I welcome you all in this online video tutorial. Today I'll be talking about the binding energy per nucleon. So uh, last class I talked about the binding energy, and binding energy for a nucleus of mass m which has z protons and n neutrons. So the binding energy is defined as B equal to, that is ZMP plus NMN minus M into C square. This is the formula that we find out the binding energy, or I was writing as EB. This is EB, binding energy. That is the number of protons into mass of each proton, and number of newtons is the mass of each neutron minus the mass of the nucleus into C square. So on an average, the binding energy per nucleons, it is on an average it is 8 MeV. So where we find out this binding energy by this formula. So the here the graph is drawn between the binding energy per nucleon with the mass number. So in case of a the calculation we have seen, in case of a deuteron 1H2, we have calculated the binding energy is 2.2, but binding energy per nucleon, if we calculate 2.2 MeV divided by 2, so that is 1.1 MeV. But in case of the bismuth isotope 83209, its binding energy per nucleon is 1640 MeV divided by 209, so it comes out to be 7.8 MeV per nucleon. So we are finding the binding energy per nucleon. First we calculate binding energy of the nucleus, then we find out binding energy per nucleon. Now you want to plot this binding energy per nucleon with the mass number. So when we plot this binding energy per nucleon with the mass number, we find that if the binding energy per nucleon is more, then stability of the nucleus is more. So ultimately we want to study the stability of the nucleus by plotting a graph of the binding energy per nucleon with the mass number. So what it is say, the first is, the graph says, number one, the B by A binding energy per nucleon, it is constant, and it is independent of the overall size of the nucleus. As a result, these characteristics of this curve, binding energy per nucleon versus the mass number, as it is independent of the size of the nucleus, therefore there is a close analogy between the nucleus with the liquid drop. So we can nucleus with the liquid drop. So any other derivation, mathematical derivation that we will derive by we will always consider the nucleus as a liquid drop, because this idea has come from this only. If we plot a graph of the binding energy per nucleon versus the mass number, then we find it remains constant, and it is independent of the size of the nucleus. Number two, it is it falls off for the small values of the E. If you plot here in the graph, we can find out the binding energy per nucleon versus mass number. We find for the 4, when it is mass number, then there is one peak. When it is 8, there is another peak. On 12 mass number, then another peak. For 16, we got another peak. 20, we got another peak. 24 peak, and 30 also we got the peak, and gradually above than 30, and it started decreasing, and then 238 we find it is 7.9 5 or 7.6, like this way. So gradually you find, so for the low mass number we got few peaks, and at the fixed number 30 it becomes maximum, and as gradually you increase the value of the mass number, it gradually binding energy per nucleon decreases. So binding energy per nucleon, it falls off for small values of A, small values of A, right? So in light nuclei, so larger fraction of the light nuclei, these are the light nuclei, that is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. These are the light nuclei. For the we can consider this light nuclei, or up to 4, these are the light nuclei. Up to 4 it is the light nuclei. So the light nuclei falls off for a small value of the A, and this larger fraction of the nucleus resides on the surface rather than inside, and this reduces B by A. Number 3, that B by A falls off for large values of the A. B by A, that is binding energy per nucleon, it also falls off for large values of A. Now this is due to the large values of the A. If we increase the value of the mass number, then B by A, binding energy per nucleon, that also decreases, and this is due to the Coulomb repulsion. This is due to the Coulomb repulsion. And as you know that Coulomb repulsion, which increases with Z square, is charge of the proton, and Z square it increases faster than A square. So therefore, because of the Coulomb repulsion, this B by A falls for the large values of the A. So we are getting two categories, for the small values of the A and for the large values of the A. So for small values of the A, B by A falls off, and for the large values of the A, the B by A also falls off. So there is a stability of the nucleus, that the binding energy per nucleon versus mass number, it remains constant the certain values of the mass number. So what do we get? That there are the two categories, that at the values of the mass number, when it is approximately 30, where in case of the iron 26 and this is 56, its binding energy, it comes out to be 8.8 MeV, means it is highly stable, and it is approximately the Z equal to N. 26, 36 means 26 proton, and 30, 26 proton and 30 neutrons. But below this stable nuclei, below this is stable nuclei, and above this is stable nuclei, we get the two parts. One is below this 56, we get some type of the reaction takes place, that is the fusion, and above the 56 some type of the reaction takes place, that is known as the fission. So we will be talking about the fusion and the fission reaction. So in case of the nuclear fusion, in case of the nuclear fusion, or we come to nuclear fission, when the thermal neutron, it strikes the uranium 92-235, then it is split up into the two small fragments along with the 3 neutron, and along with it releases the large amount of the heat energy. So in that case, for the uranium 92-235, it approximately we get the excess amount of the energy 0.8 MeV per nucleon, and this 0.8 MeV per nucleon, which is multiplied with 0.8 MeV per nucleon multiplied with the 235, and that gives you approximately 188 MeV, the large amount of the energy which is being released in the nuclear fission. That is when the heavy nucleus is split off into the smaller fragment. That is when it is the unstable nucleus. Unstable, the mass number becomes more, and the mass number becomes more, then the number of neutrons becomes more as compared to the number of protons, and that becomes unstable, and it becomes unstable, then it is divided into two smaller fragments, and as a result is related 188 MeV, which is known the nuclear fission. Similarly, if we talk about the smaller nuclei, that is the unstable nucleus, that is less than the nuclei, that is iron 2656. So in that case also, in the nuclear fusion, if you take the two deuterium atom, they come close to each other, they get fused, and they produce the helium 4. And in this reaction also, when the two lighter nuclei come close to each other, then under suitable temperature and the pressure, they get fused, and as a result they form the single nuclei, and during the time it produces a large amount of the energy, which is known as the fusion reaction, which happens inside the star or the sun, which is known the thermonuclear reaction. And there also it releases the 23 MeV. So this fusion and the fission reaction which we obtain, that is because of the instability of the nucleus. And instability of the nucleus, it could be explained in terms of this binding energy per nucleon with the mass number. So this value number fifth, the value of V by A, binding energy per nucleon, V by A, it varies in a erratic manner. Erratic manner. So how, when the mass number E equal to 4n, that is 4, and then 8, 12, then 16, 24, 20, 24. In all those cases, what do you find? That we get a peak, and this peak, it is because of the, that is this peak we are getting because of the pairing effect of the neutron and the proton. So this is helium 4, then we get this beryllium 8, then we got carbon 12, then oxygen 16, then we have the oxygen neon 20, and magnesium 24. So when mass number is multiple of this 4, then we get there is a certain peak in the binding energy per nucleon, and this is due to the pairing of the two protons and two neutrons with the opposite spin. And the last outcome of this binding energy per nucleon with the mass number, that it is found that this binding energy against A, this graph, it says that there are discontinuities at neutron and proton number values, neutron or proton number values 2, and it is 2, 4, 8, then 20, 50, 82, and 126. These are the magic numbers, and this binding energy is found to be inversely large, and this large binding energy means they have the high stability. So this will discuss in the case of the cell model, these magic numbers, how it at these neutron or the proton number, how the binding energy is large, that we will discuss in the cell model. Thank you.